Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Abdul Qadir Muhammad Noor. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. Today, I would like to talk about ban. Okay, so let us start our topic. Anatomy of the skin. Before we start ban, so the most organ which is involved in ban is the skin. So we shall look at some anatomical aspect of the skin. So skin is mainly composed of three layers, as we all know, which is epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. And there is appendages which are hairs, nails, and sebaceous gland, and the sweat glands. Okay, so the epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin. Uh, The dermis is the most important one of this, which composed of the nerve endings, blood vessels, and all this, and it composed of, as we all know, five layers. Then we have hypodermis, which contain fat tissues. So let us go to our topic. Classification of burn. We can classify in a different in aspects. So first one, according to the mechanism of injury, burn we can classify into thermal, physical, and chemical burn. Okay, thermal burn it can be hot or cold. Then we can have physical energy, which is electrical burn, and we can have chemical burn. So a scaled burn, it's a part of thermal burn. So it is usually caused by hot water. So most vulnerable people are too young and too old people. Okay, so this type of injury is common in very young children and maybe in adults because they cannot protect themselves. Okay, then in and usually they come with a second degree burn. We will see what is second degree burn. Then we can have fat burn. Fat burn, it's mainly caused by the cooking oil. Cooking oil, as we know, cooking oil, it is higher temperature than the water, normal water. So, and even it doesn't cool down fastly, so it cool down very slowly. So it can damage, it can cause a full thickness burn. So it is important. In we said in scald burn, they cause second degree burn, but this one it will cause third degree burn. Okay, then we can have flame burn. The flame burn it's caused by house fires, close fires, and those things. So usually associated with inhalation injury, and also they can cause a deep burn. Then we can have also a cold injury. In certain countries, they have a very cold weather, so it can damage our tissue. Okay, so this commonly occur this type of burn commonly occur in the mountain regions and also some industries. Okay, it can be uh, from the occupation. Okay, so after contact with this cold, very cold, it will cause acute cellular damage, and it will cause partial and full thickness burn. If it is severely cooled tissue, if severe cooling of the tissue can cause tissue freezing, and the freezing of the tissue will result in tissue damage. So prolonged exposure for this cold will cause frostbite. Frostbite. Then the frostbite due to vasoconstriction, then vasoconstriction it will cause ischemia. Okay, then we will look at the electrical burn. Electrical burn, as we said, electrical burn, it is a type of physical energy. Okay, so the passage of electrical current through the tissue, and they cause heating of the tissue and also cell damage. Okay, so the heat produced by the electricity is proportional to the resistance of the tissue. Means if the resistance of the tissue is high, the tissue damage will be increased. Okay, and the duration of contact is also plays a role. Okay, if the duration of contact is too short, the damage will not to become big. And also square root of the current means the power of the current, the voltage of the current. Okay, then in a some tissues like a bone, it is a poor conductor of the current, so it cannot transmit the current. So what happens is it will become very hot. After hot, it can cause it after becoming hot, it can cause secondary damage to the nearby tissues. So the bones will cause secondary damage. So in electrical band, we classify into two parts. Okay, low energy or low voltage band and high voltage. Low voltage is uh, is caused mainly by the domestic supply. Okay, domestic supply, and they cause significant wound and may induce cardiac arrest and deep tissue damage. Okay, and this electricity, as we said, is less than 1000 volt. That's why they call it low voltage. And we can have a high voltage, means more than 1000 voltage. So this one it is a more danger according to that one. So it it causes damage to through two pathways. Okay, the flash from the arch can give rise to burning of the clothes and can cause entry and exit wound. Okay, so burning of the clothes is a one. Then the other one is causing of entry and exit wound. Okay, number two is current transmission, respiratory, and cardiac arrest will occur. So current will transmit through the body and it will suppress the cardiac and respiratory. In chemical burns, numerous chemicals in the industries are mainly caused by in the chemical burn, and also sometimes it can occur due to the domestic situation. Okay, then these chemicals will cause tissue damage, and the damage of that tissue is depend on the strength, the quantity, and the duration of contact to that chemicals. Okay, then local cause it causes local coagulation of the proteins and the necrosis of the tissue. Then sometimes it can have also systemic effect, but the local effect is common in chemical burn. Okay, systemic effect can occur due to inhalation. So if the chemicals, if the chemicals, if the chemicals is not diluted or neutralized, its harmful effect will continue. Okay, the most crucial step for managing is to neutralize that chemical. Okay, if it is alkaline or acidic, then we will look at the depth of the band. Okay, the depth depend on three things. Okay, number one is the temperature of the burning agent, number two is the mode of transmission of that heat, and the third one is duration of the contact. So these three things will affect the depth of the band. Then we can have a clinical estimation of the depth of the band. So we classify into superficial band or first degree. They call first degree band. In first degree band, injury is confined in the epidermis. Okay, it will involve only the epidermis. Okay, superficial will not go to the dermis. Okay, so in second degree we have two parts, which is superficial partial thickness band and the deep partial thickness band. In superficial partial thickness, injury is can involve the epidermis and also papillary layer of dermis. Okay, it will evolve until the part of the dermis. Okay, but it is not deep. Okay, it involves the part of the dermis. Okay, especially papillary layer of the dermis. Then deep partial thickness band, the injury will reach the epidermis and also reticular dermis. Okay, it is more deeper according to the second degree superficial partial thickness. Okay, then we can have full thickness band. Full thickness, if we say full thickness, means epidermis, dermis are all involved, and the subcutaneous also is involved. So those are the clinical classification of band. Okay, so we will look at uh, comparison different part of the uh, these bands, these types of band. So this diagram, this table is summarizing all of these clinically. How can we uh, how can we differentiate? Okay, so we will look at the depth of the band, appearance, and we will look all of these elements. If we look at the appearance, in superficial band, it appears red but no blister, while superficial partial thickness, it will cause blister. Okay, the color are the same, but it causes blister. In deep band, no blister, and this color will change into red white. Okay, then the third one, it is a cherry or leather like. This one appearance is dark. Okay, okay, or cherry. Then about blinching with pressure. Okay, first three type will blinch, although deep partial thickness band, deep partial thickness band, it will not, it may or may not blinch, but uh, full thickness band, it will blinch definitively. It will not blinch, I mean, sorry. So sensitivity, the first three are more sensitive. Okay, so it's are more painful. Okay, and the most painful one is the superficial one, and this one will have pain, but the pain is less, while the full thickness band, no pain. Why? Because the nerve end are involved the band, so there is no innervation there. Then we can have okay, if we look at the tissue, how it will become pliability. This one is soft, and the second one is soft. This one is tense, and this one is stiff. Okay, that is important also. Then time of healing. Time of healing, if we look at this one, is can take 1 week, then 1 to 2 weeks, three up to 3 weeks. Then this one need more time. Okay, then need of skin grafting. For the first two, no need skin graft, while the other two need skin graft. Skin graft is necessary.